Coffee, the beloved beverage, has captivated hearts and minds for centuries. Its rich aroma and invigorating taste have made it a staple in countless cultures worldwide. From the bustling cafes of Paris to the traditional coffee ceremonies of Ethiopia, this magical brew continues to enchant and energize us. With each sip, we embark on a sensory journey, savoring the complex flavors and aromas that have made coffee an integral part of our daily rituals. The allure of coffee lies not only in its taste, but also in its ability to bring people together. It serves as a catalyst for conversations, a source of comfort and a companion for quiet contemplation. Whether enjoyed in solitude or shared with loved ones, coffee has an undeniable power to connect us. Its warmth spreads beyond the cup, fostering a sense of community and shared experience. From the first crackle of freshly ground beans to the last drop savored, coffee enriches our lives in countless ways. While coffee is enjoyed by millions, not everyone can handle the stimulating effects of caffeine. For some, caffeine can trigger anxiety, insomnia, or digestive issues. Others may have medical conditions that necessitate limiting caffeine intake. Whatever the reason, the desire for a satisfying coffee experience remains, leading many to seek out decaffeinated alternatives. Decaf coffee provides a welcome solution for those who are sensitive to caffeine or simply prefer to limit their intake. It allows coffee lovers to enjoy the familiar flavors and rituals of their favorite beverage without the unwanted side effects of caffeine. Whether it's a steaming cup in the morning or a comforting mug in the evening, decaf coffee offers a way to savor the pleasures of coffee without compromise. The journey from regular coffee beans to decaffeinated ones involves a fascinating process that aims to remove caffeine while preserving the beans' inherent flavors. Decaffeination methods have evolved over time, with each approach striving to strike a balance between caffeine removal and flavor retention. Understanding these methods allows us to appreciate the science and artistry behind crafting a satisfying cup of decaf. The most common decaffeination methods include solvent-based methods, the Swiss water process, and supercritical CO2 extraction. Each method utilizes different principles to selectively target and remove caffeine molecules from green coffee beans before roasting. The choice of decaffeination method can influence the final flavor profile of the coffee, as each process interacts differently with the bean's chemical composition. Solvent-based decaffeination methods, as the name suggests, employ solvents to extract caffeine from green coffee beans. These solvents, typically methylene chloride or ethyl acetate, possess a unique affinity for caffeine molecules, allowing them to selectively bind and remove caffeine while leaving other flavor compounds largely intact. However, concerns about residual solvent traces and potential flavor impacts have led to ongoing refinements in this method. There are two primary types of solvent-based decaffeination: direct and indirect methods. In the direct method, green coffee beans are directly exposed to the solvent, which penetrates the beans and binds to caffeine molecules. The caffeine-laden solvent is then removed and the beans are steamed to further eliminate any residual solvent. The indirect method, on the other hand, involves soaking the beans in water to extract caffeine and other soluble compounds. This caffeine-rich water is then treated with the solvent, which selectively removes caffeine. The decaffeinated water, now containing a lower concentration of caffeine, is reintroduced to the beans, allowing them to reabsorb their natural flavors. Both direct and indirect solvent-based methods aim to minimize solvent residues while preserving desirable flavor compounds. Section 5. The Swiss water method: purity in every drop. Developed in Switzerland in the 1930s, the Swiss water process offered a novel approach to decaffeination, eliminating the need for chemical solvents altogether. This method relies on the principles of solubility and osmosis to selectively remove caffeine from green coffee beans using water, activated charcoal, and a keen understanding of caffeine's behavior. The result is a decaffeinated coffee that boasts a purer flavor profile, free from any potential solvent residues. The Swiss water process begins by immersing green coffee beans in hot water, which extracts caffeine along with other soluble compounds. This caffeine-rich water is then passed through a specialized filter containing activated charcoal. The activated charcoal acts like a molecular sieve, trapping caffeine molecules while allowing other flavor compounds to pass through. The decaffeinated water, now saturated with coffee flavors, is reintroduced to a fresh batch of green coffee beans. Since the water is already saturated with coffee solubles, it only extracts caffeine from the new batch of beans, leaving their flavor compounds intact. This process is repeated until the desired level of decaffeination is achieved. The Swiss water process produces a high-quality decaf coffee with a clean, natural flavor that closely resembles its caffeinated counterpart. Section 6. Supercritical CO2, the gold standard. Considered by many to be the gold standard of decaffeination, the supercritical CO2 method combines scientific precision with environmental responsibility. This method utilizes carbon dioxide in its supercritical state, where it exhibits properties of both a liquid and a gas, enabling it to selectively extract caffeine without altering the delicate flavor profiles of the coffee beans. The supercritical CO2 method is lauded for its ability to produce high-quality decaf coffee while minimizing environmental impact. In this method, green coffee beans are placed in a stainless steel extraction vessel and subjected to high pressure and temperature, transforming CO2 into its supercritical state. The supercritical CO2, now acting as a solvent, selectively binds to caffeine molecules within the beans. Once the caffeine is extracted, the pressure is released, causing the CO2 to revert to its gaseous state and leaving behind decaffeinated coffee beans. The caffeine-laden CO2 is then passed through activated charcoal filters to remove the caffeine, allowing the CO2 to be reused in subsequent decaffeination cycles. The supercritical CO2 method stands out for its precision, efficiency, and minimal environmental footprint, making it an increasingly popular choice for decaffeinating specialty coffee beans. Section 7. The Quest for Flavor, Decaf's Challenge. While decaffeination methods have advanced significantly, it's no secret that decaf coffee often faces an uphill battle when it comes to flavor. The very process of removing caffeine can inevitably alter the delicate balance of flavors and aromas that make coffee so enticing. However, ongoing innovations in decaffeination technology, coupled with a growing emphasis on sourcing high-quality beans, are bridging the flavor gap between regular and decaf coffee. One of the main challenges in decaffeination is preserving the volatile aromatic compounds that contribute to coffee's complex flavor profile. These compounds, responsible for the fruity, floral and chocolatey notes we associate with different coffee origins, can be sensitive to the heat and pressure used in some decaffeination methods. As a result, decaf coffee can sometimes exhibit a flatter flavor profile compared to its caffeinated counterpart. However, roasters are increasingly employing specialized roasting techniques to enhance the flavors of decaf coffee, bringing out its inherent sweetness and complexity. Additionally, the use of high-quality beans, often reserved for specialty coffee, is becoming more common in decaf production, further elevating the flavor experience. Section 8. A world of decaf awaits. Gone are the days when decaf coffee was relegated to a dusty corner of the supermarket shelf. Today, a vibrant and diverse world of decaf coffee awaits, from single-origin beans showcasing the unique terroir of specific regions to expertly roasted blends crafted to deliver specific flavor profiles. Whether you prefer a bright and fruity Ethiopian Yirgacheffe or a rich and chocolatey Sumatra Mandheling, there's a decaf coffee out there to satisfy every palate. The rise of specialty coffee has also extended to the realm of decaf, with roasters paying meticulous attention to every step of the process, from sourcing the finest beans to experimenting with innovative decaffeination methods. This dedication to quality has resulted in a new wave of decaf coffees that rival their caffeinated counterparts in terms of flavor complexity and nuance. Whether you're a seasoned coffee connoisseur or just beginning to explore the world of specialty coffee, there's never been a better time to discover the delights of decaf. Section 9. A toast to coffee, with or without caffeine. Coffee in all its forms deserves our appreciation and enjoyment, and whether you savor the invigorating kick of caffeine or prefer the mellow embrace of decaf, there's a coffee experience out there for everyone. So, the next time you reach for a cup of joe, take a moment to appreciate the journey those beans have taken from the lush coffee farms to your mug. And if you find yourself reaching for the decaf, do so with confidence, knowing that you can enjoy a delicious and satisfying coffee experience without compromise. The world of coffee is vast and ever-evolving, with new flavors, brewing methods, and innovations constantly emerging. Embrace the diversity, explore different origins, and discover the perfect cup that speaks to your taste buds. And remember, whether it's caffeinated or decaffeinated, coffee has the power to bring us together, spark conversations, and fuel our passions. So go ahead, raise a mug to coffee, with or without caffeine, and savor the moment.